أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي رب زدني علما وألحقني بالصالحين السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. And how are you guys? Are you all
आपकी आवाज कट कट के आ रही है।
so this is page number 11. Okay, and we had learned that what was happening on page number 1. Okay, sorry, page number 8 and then 9. On page number 8, we learned that Mr. Kamal was really excited to see the engineers that they were installing the telephone line, okay, and he was really excited. He was unable to wait for the arrival of his wife and son, Nadir. And he used to come and go, okay, and pick up the handset and say hello, 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 like this. And that was somehow a great experience for him, a great happiness for him that he did what? He enjoyed each and every moment of the newness of the new experience that he was having. So, my dear students, uh, what is going on? So, Kamals, they were really enjoying the telephone line. Okay? And on the next page, we are told about their experience. Okay, first day, okay, of the experience, that what types of call they received, and who received the first call, and who received the second one, and who was the receiver of the third call. So first call was received by Mr. Kamal himself, and he was what? He was shocked. Okay, he was shocked to listen that a lady named Mrs. Arif, she was angry with him and demanding her clothes that she had ordered, and she has called what, that very emporium, okay, the goods emporium that she has called, and she was demanding, okay, her clothes from the fancy goods emporium. And then the next call was received by Mrs. Kamal, and Mrs. Kamal got the same issue. Okay, that a lady was over there online, and she wanted to have the silk scarves. Okay, and once again she answered. Okay, I replied in the same verse as her husband has replied that this is a wrong number. This is not okay fancy goods emporium. And after that, when the third call came, okay, Mr. Nadir rushed over there and picked the phone, okay, and when he picked the phone, he was shaking his head violently instead of saying anything, instead of uttering a single word. He was what? Shaking his head violently like this and yes and no. And then his father came to him, okay, and poked him and told him, my son, you are on phone. He cannot see you. So you will have to say something. You will have to say something. And now we are coming towards the new, okay, lesson, and that is now they put the phone down and then the phone was disconnected. When his father did what? When his father probed him, okay, probed him with his finger, that my son, you will have to say something. So Nadir put down the phone, okay, and he disconnected the call. Who was it? Asked Mrs. Kamal. Mrs. Al Kamal inquired that who was it. So some lady asking for fancy goods emporium replied Nadir. Nadir replied that there was a lady, there was a woman on call that she wanted to what? She wanted to ask for the same fancy goods emporium. And as I have told you, maybe this connection was okay. Previously, the connection of that very shop or that very market. Okay, maybe by just some reasons, the connection was what? The connection was disconnected, or it was given to the Kamals. It was given to the Kamals. Maybe they were defaulters, they hadn't paid the bills or all these things. So that is why each and everyone they try to call, are okay, are they called the fancy goods emporium, and that was, maybe that was not the wrong number. That will be, or that was the correct number, but they had changed it to the Kamals. Some lady some lady asking for fancy goods emporium replied, "Nader, then why didn't you say anything?" Asked his father. Okay, the caller can't see you shaking your head. So then these four lines they are going to tell us that the mother is going to inquire, is going to ask Nader that who was on call, who was on phone. Okay, so Nader is going to tell them that there was a lady and she was asking about the fancy goods emporium. And once again, the father is going to ask that why were you not talking? Why were you not saying something? Okay, you were on phone, okay, and the caller was unable to see you, and you're shaking your head. What was it? You shouldn't be doing all these things. Okay, but for Nadir, this was his first experience. That is why he was talking to that very lady in that very manner, shaking his head. So the phone, okay, the telephone was the new experience for him. That was a new thing for him, and he was a kid. He hadn't talked, okay, on the telephone, so that was his first time. That is why he was shaking his head, and he was somehow a kid, okay, a kid, okay, a small boy, not that courageous to talk like the adults, okay, like the adults. So that day there were 17 calls for the fancy goods emporium and not a single call for the Kamals. And Mr. Kamal was quite fed up. So what was the thing? The thing was that no one called them personally. No one or no family member or no friend called the Kamals, but only and only the calls were coming for the fancy goods emporium. And one another call they have received, and that was the husband of what? Of a wife, okay, a man that he wanted to deceive his lady by calling them and what? And taking them as he had called to the cinema. Okay, it will come. I shall have to ring the telephone company and complain. He grumbled. He grumbled. So what happened? When 17 wrong numbers came in one single day, he was fed up. He was tired. He was sad. He was annoyed with the telephone. The telephone annoyed him. That what is it? 17 wrong calls? Okay. So he was determined to go and lodge a complaint, okay, to register a complaint to the company that what is going on. And he grumbled. The word grumble means to say something in a sad manner, to say something in a low tone that expresses your sadness or sorrow. That expresses your sadness or sorrow. Okay, when you say something in a low tone, in a low manner, in a low voice. And in the evening, just as they were going to have their dinner, okay, in the evening when they were going to sit on the table, okay, for what? For the dinner, the telephone rang again. Once again, there was a bell on the telephone. Okay, the telephone rang, and Mrs. Kamal got there first because she was standing near the phone when it rang. And Mrs. Kamal was the first person to receive the phone because she was standing over there. She was already over there, just by the phone, just near the phone. She was there. And she said, "What? Hello," said Mrs. Kamal. Then a tired man on the other side of the line asked, "At what time does the film begin?" Without any answer, without any greeting, okay? Without any hello, any what? Hello, hi. But he straightforwardly come to the question. And what was the question? The question was, when will the film begin? When will the film start? Okay, when will the film start? Begin means start. Start. Okay, when will the film begin? And now he was not going to wait for the answer from that very lady, that she may say something or she may answer. Okay, and he will then, okay, tell her, okay, sorry, this is wrong number and all these things. He was not even listening to Mrs. Kamal, and he was just saying something, okay, from his own side. So a tired man mean a person that he was exhausted, he was tired, okay, and he did what? Okay, he was on the other end of the line. At what time does the film begin? When will the film begin? When will the cinema or the show start? I beg your pardon. So the lady is going to tell him, we are sorry, sir. We are sorry, sir. Okay, I'm sorry, sir. Or excuse me, sir. I think you have the wrong number. What you have? You have the wrong number. You have the wrong number. The lady replied that, sir, okay, the thing is that this is not the cinema hall, that you're going to inquire about the movies. This is my home. You have the wrong number. You have the wrong number. And it will begin half an hour ago. Oh, sorry. It began half an hour ago. So the movie has begun half an hour ago. It has started earlier. Instead of what? Replying to the lady, okay, or waiting for the answer that what may I say to that lady, he just said what? Oh, it has already started? Already started half an hour ago, 30 minutes ago. It has started half an hour ago. Okay. So it means that it has started earlier, said the man loudly. What a pity. What a pity means. Oh, what to say? Oh, what a sadness. Pity means when you express your sorrow, when you express your grief, when you express your agony and all these things. Oh, what a pity. What a pity. No, no, this is not the cinema, said Mrs. Kamal. I don't know what time. And from this side, Mrs. Kamal is going to reply frequently and continuously, and she is denying that, oh, Mister, this is not the cinema. I don't know what type of time you're talking about, what type of movie you're talking about. Okay, this is not the cinema. Okay, this is not the cinema. And then the phone was dead. And just the person wanted to deceive someone by just calling the wrong number and asking about the movie, and to pretend that he has called the cinema, and to pretend that he has called what? The cinema. And then he disconnected the call after uttering these two sentences. And sentence number one was, when will the film start? And sentence number two was, oh, it has started half an hour ago. Half an hour ago. Okay. So these two sentences were uttered. Okay. Or these two questions, one question and the next answer, okay, from him were uttered, and then he disconnected the phone. Even listening to the lady, even answering the lady, okay, just he disconnected the phone. And after that, what happened was, what was all that about? Asked Mr. Kamal. Mr. Kamal asked his wife that what was all? Okay, what was over there on the phone? Mrs. Kamal told Mr. Kamal and Nadir about the call. So Mrs. Kamal informed both of them. Nadir and her husband, they both were informed, they both were told that what was the incident, what was the call about, okay, and why the person called me. And she also expressed, I can't understand it. She said, frowning. Frowning means she made a sad face, to show your sadness on your face, to express your what? Your gloomy nature on your face. Okay, that you're sad, you're unhappy, you're unhappy. So she was frowning, and in that very style, she said, I can't understand it. I can't get it. I can't get it. I can't know that what was all about. Okay, why didn't the man listen to me? why he even, okay, why the person he even listened to me, didn't even listen to me. What was the reason? He was not listening to me. He was saying from himself, and he was answering, and then he disconnected. What was the reason that he was not listening to me? What he was not what minding me? He was not just saying or answering me or replying to me. Okay, what was the reason? So she was frowning for those reasons that the person ignored me. The person ignored me. Well, you see, said Mr. Kamal. So sorry, I skipped, I think, a line. And Mr. Kamal suddenly started chuckling. Mr. Kamal suddenly started to smile. The word chuckling mean when you're smiling in somehow in a secret mood, okay, or a secret manner. That you're not going to show your smile or your laughter to someone. That is called what? Chuckle. And what's the joke? Asked Nader. Nader asked that, oh my father, why are you asking? Was there any joke? Well, you see, my son, well, did you see that what was over there? Said Mr. Kamal. The man's wife must have wanted to see the film. Maybe there was a demand from his missus that she wanted to watch the movie, to see the film. The lady, okay, maybe the wife of that very person, she had demanded her husband that she wanted to see the film, but the man did not. But the man was not eager to see the movie. The man was not willing to see the movie. So that was the problem. That the lady wanted to see the movie, the man was not what eager to see the movie. That was the reason. So he rang our number and pretended he was talking to the cinema. So he rang our number, he called us just to pretend to show that he has called the cinema. Okay, he called us. Why? Just to tell or to show his wife that he has called the cinema. His wife heard him speaking, and his wife was what? She was just listening to him. She was just listening to him, but she could not hear what was your mother saying, okay, in reply. And she was unable to listen to your mom that what was the reply of your mom. How clever, okay, how wise and smart the person was, the man was. They all loved it, the job, and all of them. Burhan, I'm going to delete you from the class. Okay, now you will see it. I ignored you for 3 times, but this time you will not be spared. You will be blocked forever. Where is that person, Burhan? Where is he?
Sir, he leaves class.
Okay, he left. So you will have to tell me, okay, whenever he joins the class, I'm not going to leave him. And they all laughed at the joke, and they all enjoyed the joke, the smartness, the wisdom of the person, that how much clever the person was, okay, that he deceived his wife. He received his wife, okay. And after that, Mr. Nadir was wishing something. And what was his wish? His wish was that I wish someone would call us in not a wrong number. That my wish is that maybe some family members or maybe our friends, they may call us, and we may not receive what any other wrong numbers, said Nader before he went to bed. And before leaving for bed, he just uttered these words, his desire and his wish, that he want to receive the call from his friends, not from the wrong numbers. Okay, so this was all about voice, all about the rest of the unit. And tomorrow, inshallah, we will have its exercise. And just have a view over here. If you face any word, anything that is difficult, I'm here to answer. Okay. Anything that is difficult, please tell me. Wise, if you face anything that is difficult, you can tell me. Okay, nothing is difficult. Thank you so much for staying with me, and Allah will see you tomorrow. Goodbye.